Hi, Charmaine. Thank you for joining us on this show.
It is my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So, Charmaine, can you take me through your background, please, and how this ties into what you do right now?
Absolutely, absolutely. So EssenceTree is a culmination of many things. My background actually was working on Wall Street. So literally right before I started EssenceTree, I worked at an investment bank in New York City. I was
Okay.
this hard charging corporate woman. And then I had discovered this rites of passage program for women by a woman named Queen Afua. A lot of people know her. She's an international healer. And I got into that program and really discovered how powerful women are when we lean into our powers and our magic and in adopting a holistic lifestyle, a spirit-led lifestyle. So I turned
Right.
vegan and I really started studying all sorts of healing therapies, which eventually turned into what we're doing with Essence Tree.
Right. That's amazing. And growing up, do you have anything that has helped you into creating this product line?
It's funny because we had a very healthy, holistic family. My parents worked for a company known as General Nutrition Centers or GNC. So they
Right.
had a franchise. And we were already living this very vegetarian lifestyle
Hmm.
way before, or holistic lifestyle way before Essence Tree. But the fact that my parents were entrepreneurs and we were healthy sort of laid the groundwork for me having that type of approach to my business and life.
Right, right. So I read an article about you having a farmland when you were growing up and how this helped into creating your lifestyle brand. Is this something you still do,
Oh,
or is this just what you do right now? Do you have a side business with it, or have you gone fully into
I did.
holistic beauty and lifestyle?
I've gone fully into the beauty and lifestyle. So it was
Wow.
my husband's family that were farmers. So my
Right.
in-laws were farmers. His grandparents were. And when I left New York City and we moved to the South, we lived on the family farm. And that's where I really got into creating things out of the kitchen with a farm inspired natural lifestyle. And so we still own the farm today. It's just not a part of the business as
Right.
actively today. It's always the inspiration behind it, but yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's good to know. So, whilst you're growing up and
Yes.
trying to develop these brands, can you share some of the challenges you went through starting this business? Or has it just been a smooth journey for you?
I think that's an interesting conversation. And I had another interview to ask that question. For me,
Right.
entrepreneurship is it's a journey of self-discovery.
Hmm.
So the challenges that I had were challenges with myself because we don't always believe we're questioning ourselves, we're doubting ourselves.
Absolutely.
And especially because I did a beauty business, which is very profitable. However, at the time where I started making the products, and I wanted it to be an intentional lifestyle business that had
Hmm.
beauty as a product. But I wanted it
Right.
to be always be a wellness sort of empire. So in one way, my spirit felt that way, but my mind and my family didn't feel that it just didn't feel tangible enough for them. It didn't feel so it was something that they try to discourage me. Go back and get your job. You worked on Wall Street. You worked in investment banking. Go back and do that. You could make so much more money
Yes,
because
I understand
again,
that.
yeah.
I can relate with that.
So absolutely. And our family they have good intentions a lot of times. So for
Hmm.
me, I had that kind of doubt. And so all of my difficulties honestly comes from that space of fear and doubt and that holding me back. So the rest of
Right.
the stuff is more takes time, it's more challenging, but it's not really like a hurdle as much as the doubt and the fear are hurdles to
That's
me.
great. But with the product itself, with the production, have you had any sort of challenge putting it together, finding the right products to put together? What was the phase like when you wanted to put the products, when you wanted to create your product line? I know you do things around you create products around the skincare products, the hair care line, and
Yes.
other beauty products. Have you had, what was it
Yeah.
like when you started putting these products together, finding the right products to put together? And did you have to do that all organically, or did you have, does some of them have to go through factory production?
Yeah. So, my business is, as I mentioned before, it is very much an intentional beauty business. It's a holistic beauty business. So every
Right,
single product that I created was one that came to me as far as inspired things. So,
right.
for example, I wanted to create a theme around Oshun goddess. So a lot of women know of Oshun, and I was
Yeah,
studying again all of that. So I was inspired to create this. So it wasn't the difficulty, like it was more of like mad scientist. I was in the kitchen coming up with all of these things. I was giving, I had a bunch of artists that were my test group. So I would give it to them and they would help me
right,
refine it. Well, we like this smell. We don't like this. And so from there, I took it and I would do a lot of farmers markets and a lot of things where I'm interacting with my customers. So for me, because I went through it kind of organically and it first came from my spirit in terms of my intuition. And then I
mm,
let my marketplace help me to refine it based on that. So I had the original thought. I took it to
right.
the market. I let them help me tweak it. And then from there, it really was fine. I will say that funding as a small business,
Right.
funding is always the most difficult part of it, getting
You're
the
right. I
money and
know.
cash flow. Yeah, yeah. But the products themselves, some of them were, some people suggested things like for men, like, okay, do you have something for men or do you have something for hair that doesn't have coconut? And my daughter had eczema really bad. So I created a whole line for her skin and her dry, flaky skin and eczema. So yeah.
Okay, so with people looking to go into this and young school leavers, people looking to start new business within the skincare line and looking for fundraising. I know you were able to raise a bit of funds. Could you take me through just a little bit about how you were able to fundraise? Because this is a very, very key aspect of growing a business. When you have a business and you don't have the funds to push it out there, it becomes a very big hurdle.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So could you share a bit of light on
Absolutely.
how you were able to approach lenders and how you were able to get fundings for your business?
Yes, yes, definitely. So we started out self-funded. So it was my husband. My husband always kept his full-time job when
Right.
I went full-time into entrepreneurship. So we started off in that way. As we started to build, I started off doing like more in terms of credit cards, bank loans. From there, I started to look into angel investors. So for me, my funding has come from a number of different areas, but I've had friends who literally, it's so funny when I think about it, but literally one day I was like, I need $5,000 to launch this. And literally went to bed that night. I prayed and I said, can you please, God, can you please show me who I need to call? And literally the next morning it said, call your old boyfriend. Sounds weird, but it's true.
Hmm.
So I literally called a family friend, my old boyfriend, and he was like, you know what? Me and my brother were just thinking about wanting to become investors. So this is a perfect time to talk to us. So I kind of laid all the business numbers out to him, and
How were
he
you able to
became
do
an
that?
investor
You
for
called
many
your
years.
old boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend. Oh, wow.
Yes, I did. I did. And my husband was fine with that because we understood that we needed to open it up to our family and friends initially. And,
Right.
you know, he was a friend and we hadn't talked in a long time, but you know, no bad blood or anything. And then from there, I started opening up to a wider group of family and friends. So I had people investing like $1,000 at a time, $2,000 at a time. So it came sort of in like a crowdfunding way, but in a way from my network of people. From there, the I started to go after more of like government funding. And so most recently, that is a funding that I've had that would be more like 6-figure amount of funding is more of like the government funding, the grants, the loans from the government. So that was what I was able to do for my funding. My next step is to start to go after accelerators that have funding attached to them, business accelerators and things like that. I may be pitching soon to like doing like pitches to angel investors and venture capitalist types. But so far, my funding has been able to come from, again, my village, so to speak, and then like government and bank related funding.
That's amazing. I'm sure this will help our listeners. So have you rolled these products out to stores, or are you self-selling them in your shop? I'm
doing both. So our business model is that we sell B2B. So we sell wholesale to other stores. We're in Whole Foods. We're in 15 Whole Foods stores, and we're in some independent stores. In addition to that, we do sell directly to customers through our website, through if we're still doing events, face-to-face events. And we are actually still making our products ourselves. Right now, I'm enjoying having like a personal touch to our products. So we sell out of we have a boutique in our factory where people can come there. And it's a beautiful space. It's a space where we have events and things like that too. Mm-hmm.
That is amazing. It's good to know that. So do you have a next level to this, to your sales? What is the next level going forward?
So right now our business is under $1 million. And so my next level will be to take us to 7 figures. That would be my next benchmark. And then from there, I want to continue to grow. Yeah. And from there, I would really like to enjoy more of like a $1 billion status, because my hope is that my dream is that EssenceTree becomes more of like a global phenomena for women, as a resource for us to come to EssenceTree to get information for our wellness, to get information for our beauty, and really be able to dig deeper into self-healing. Like that's my passion. Women's health and women's healing is my passion. And so beauty would be the vehicle that I'm using to do that. But it's really all about us being empowered in the way of our health, in a way of our taking care of ourselves and feeling good. Yeah.
That is good to know. So with your products, what would you say has been your greatest achievements going from where you started and where you are today?
I started out at a farm, in the kitchen of a farm. Like literally, we would put our babies to sleep and be up all night. I had a friend who we both had children. The babies would be asleep and we would be up all night making products at a farm. And so today we have a brick and mortar location. We're doing really well. We're sponsoring different, like we're able to really invest in sponsorship. So we're sponsoring in different areas and we're seeing that money come back to us, sponsoring some podcasts. We're sponsoring some women's organizations, starting out with that and watching that flow back. So I'm really excited that we've gotten into multiple 6 figures. I'm really excited that we've been able to, from a grassroots perspective, get into these Whole Food stores. And the next goal is to go into Ulta Beauty. I really love Ulta Beauty. It's a beautiful, I'm sure they have them internationally, I would think, but they have so many, it's just like a makeup and beauty store. And it just feels very good when you go in there. And so I think that's a good place for us. And I feel really excited about the progress we've made, that I've been able to do that on my own, so to speak. I don't have my husband helps me tremendously, but I don't have a co-founder. So it's a lot of work, and I'm proud that I was able to do it, that I am able to do it. So
I'm really proud of you too. I must say, I'm really proud of your achievements. Yes.
Thank you.
So do you have products for men, or is this something that you're looking to put into your product line later on? What are the other products you're looking to put into it, including the men fashion and men products?
There are some products that we have male customers who love, and I consider them more like unisex. I consider
Right.
all of our products unisex because they're about healthy skin and hair. But
Yeah.
it's just that my passion is for women to feel the energy of it. Now, we are, according to my husband and according to me, I do have a dream of starting a whole men's line where we're taking some of the formulas that we're already using and then tweaking maybe the smell of it so that it's more men feel like this is for me. It has a man smell. And I'm such a feminine girl. I'm such a feminine girl, so most of the products to me have a smell that women like.
Okay.
But the goal would be to have a full men's line coming as well as a vitamin and supplement line. Those are the two things that's next for us.
Okay, we'll be looking out for that. So if we are for
Yes, thank you.
no problems at all. So for people looking to start this business, looking to go into skincare products, especially people looking into going into vegan products, organic products, and all other products within the skincare line, what would you say to them if they are struggling to start and looking for a way to get into the business? I know it's really difficult when you're starting off especially without funds, as you would appreciate. So what would you say to people that are looking to go into this product line?
So from a funding perspective, there's an organization known as Hello Alice, and they have a whole resource for grants and all of that. So the first thing is to be inspired about what makes your beauty company different. So I think differentiation and branding is probably the hardest, but the easiest to giving you traction where you can scale your company a little bit more, because there's billions of people in this world. You have the internet for free or low cost marketing. So you start there. Getting the products are actually not as difficult as we would think. When I started, when I started making products, it was before YouTube. So you can imagine now,
oh wow,
these women have YouTube. They were able to create products, get products and put their names on them, which I'm glad that I have my own recipes, but you could buy products, you could put your label on, and that would save you the headache of looking later. For myself, we'll have to look in, like once I get into Ulta Beauty, we'll have to look at other factories to support us and all of that. But I think that to me, is easy actually for people to get products from some of these places that are making them, if they're not hell-bent on making them on their own. If you are making it on your own, God bless you, because that to me it takes a lot of trial and error. But the most important thing is to really believe in what's the vision for your line. Do you want your line to grow hair? Do you want your line to be a unisex line? Do you want your line to be like vegan? And really, if you can make that crystal clear, because honestly, there's so many small niches that people want a product for them. You know what I mean? So if whatever vision you have, understanding what the dollar is around it, people understand money. We understand beauty, but the people we talk to understand money and understand opportunity.
True.
So once you know what your vision is and you understand what it's worth, I have many business coaches. One of the things that I lend to my success is I've always had a lot of business coaches. I've had the free ones through government programs. They have free business coaches, and I've done paid. I've done both. I've also done like a spiritual coach to kind of help me out. So we need a lot of support in this entrepreneurial journey, but understand what your vision is, believe in it, and just put it with a dollar amount. And wherever you go, start off with credit cards, start off with Hello Alice and looking at some of the grants and all of that. Like, get out there in your community. But I think depending upon the route you want to go with the products, those are probably easier. Like, keep your job in the beginning and just buy some and give it to your community and see if they like it. Don't quit your job until you are making enough that you can support yourself. So be practical with it.
Thank you very much for that. That is really amazing to hear. So that brings me to this question. What sets your brand out? What sets EssenceTree Holistic Beauty and Lifestyle brands differently from the other brands you'll find out there?
So it's a couple things. What we know now, and this is out there all over social media and in the news, is that there are toxins in our products, specifically products that are marketed to women of color, to Black and brown women. We have more toxins in our products. Right. So EssenceTree is one of the only, it's a superfood, luxury superfood beauty line, and one of the only brands that I know where it's truly nutrient rich. Like every product that you use from us is full of nutrients. So it's going to help to heal your skin and hair. On top of it, EssenceTree is very much an intentional beauty line where we have themes and essences, we call them in there, and affirmations built into our products. For example, when I mentioned earlier the Oshun Goddess line, there's a lot of people who connect to EssenceTree from a very spiritual way, where they feel like this is going to support my spiritual self. And our tagline is actually skin and spirit. But I want that for women because oftentimes we're so busy. We're not able to properly be in alignment. And with EssenceTree products, they're going to support you to achieve your hair goals, your skin goals, your scent goals. You're going to smell wonderful. But even more importantly, they're going to support you in being in alignment. And my customers love that. They love the quality of EssenceTree. They love the energy that I'm pouring into the brand. And so it works for them. And it took me understanding the money behind it and just how much money that is, that really helps me to say, okay, this can be a really big business if you're able to just kind of market it appropriately. Because when I started my line talking about intention and all that, that's a very small group of people. That was people who are like kind of fringe people. But now everyone is into yoga. Everyone is into affirmations. Absolutely. Everyone is into Oshun, where you can talk about Oshun back in the day. Now everyone, oh, Oshun, I want that. So it's the world has changed. And I think that's in EssenceTree's favor. So.
Wow, yeah. That's amazing. Thank you so much. So do you have any other word for our listeners today?
Listen to your intuition, ladies. It's ladies and gentlemen. Listen to yourself, because I think that beauty is like a ministry of ours, and spirit, God is going to point you in the direction you need to go in. So just kind of don't let yourself be taken off your course. Make good business decisions, but trust that you are in the right place, and resources will be shown to you.
Thank you so much, Charmaine. That is beautiful. And I really enjoyed the session. Thank you. It's good to have you here today. Yes. And hopefully we will bring you back again soon for a different topic.
I would love that.
All right. Thank you so much, Charmaine.
Yes.
All right.
I love talking about all of this. Yes, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
No problem at all. Thank you. Have a good time. I will speak to you again very soon.
Sounds good.
All right. Bye for now.